Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. And it has been a grueling day of lots and lots of games. But we have one more set, and I am looking forward to catching that. I know my voice box is too. We have a ZVP. Tell us a little bit about it, Artosis.
All right. Well, as you said, it has been a long and exhausting day, but what better way to end it than with July Zerg's
That's right.
Triumphant debut in the GSL. He's been trying. He's been playing Starcraft 2 for a long time, and he's finally made it in. Surprising, it actually took him a while, but,
Yeah, that was actually a little bit weird. I thought he would have been doing better
man.
earlier.
This is a hard game to play, but this guy, he's a Golden Mouse winner from StarCraft 1, a legend. He was basically what Kyrix was doing in this. He was doing that years ago in StarCraft 1, but he made it last longer than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It lasted for like a long time. He's one of the most aggressive Zergs in the world for StarCraft 1.
By the way, guys, if you're a noob and you're unfamiliar with StarCraft 1, July Zerg is easily one of the most accomplished StarCraft 1 players of all time.
Yep. He has the most titles of any Zerg. He won 3 different OSLs on-game at Star Leagues in 3 different eras.
Yeah.
The only player ever to do anything even close to that.
Most of these guys rise to the top and then fade out.
Yeah, they normally, if you win 3 or something like that, it's normally within a 2-year period. This guy he did like 3 totally different times. He can always come back. He's an amazing player, an amazing talent. What can I say about this guy? I mean, he's amazing. He's known as the Sauron Zerg from StarCraft 1 because he never made sunken colonies, what Spine Crawlers are now, which are way better than StarCraft 1.
Yeah.
They were like needed all the time.
Entirely dependent on little units, basically.
Yeah. So he's great at macro, astounding micro. He in fact invented Mutalisk micro in StarCraft 1, or at least made it popular.
Over here, we have a Protoss player, Core Zenith, another Zenith guy here.
This guy made it pretty far last season.
Young guy, too, only 18.
Yeah. He doesn't like PvZ as much as he likes PvT. We'll have to see if he can take out July. I've actually played Core Zenith a lot of times. I played July a lot of times as well. I have to say, I think July is going to take this based off of my games with these guys.
Yeah. So I'm pretty amped for this. ZVP is a pretty volatile matchup. A lot of stuff can happen very, very quickly, so you got to be on your toes the entire way through there. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. It's only the round of 64, and we've already seen so many awesome games, so many epic players eliminated, because everybody's figuring this game out and doing that so fast that I'm interested in seeing what our Final 8 and Final 4 will actually look like.
It's impossible
completely
to tell.
different. Yeah, exactly. I've had some people ask me, like, what do you think the Final 4 is going to look like? And I'm just like, I honestly don't know. I mean, I guess a safe bet would be somebody like Nestea or, Fruit Dealer just because they won before, but you never know. I'm actually curious even to see just how far Nestea is going to get this time around.
Me too.
This time around, yeah.
This guy's got such a solid style. I think he'll make it very far. But if he keeps 14 hatching, maybe not. I wouldn't be surprised if July Zerg's going to show some 14 hatching as well.
Well, that seems to be the Korean style. I mean, you don't agree with it, but maybe it works in the Korean. Well, I guess you play on the Korean ladder too, actually.
Nah, it doesn't work on the ladder. But then again, planning a best of 3, that's much different than playing on the ladder. A lot of people default to aggression on the ladder, whereas in a best of 3 like this, sometimes you're just going to choose a different strategy and go with it. So definitely different than the ladder, but at the same time, against Protoss, it can be dangerous. If they scout you, we've seen many times, they just throw up a forage and kill you.
All right, let's take a look at the map lineup. It is Shikuras Plateau, Delta Quadrant, and Steppes of War.
All right, well, July, I'm so sorry, buddy. Delta Quadrant, that's a map that Zergs do not like against Protosses. It's very close in the naturals. And, of course, we've said 100 times the Protoss can tech and expand behind if they like. It can be a very difficult map to hold things on. Of course, Steppes of War, the map that every Zerg always has thumbs down in previous seasons. Of course, you can't thumbs down anymore. So July Zerg has a very hard map pool to work with. Shikuras should be fine. If he loses that game, though, lose hope, because taking both the next maps after losing Shikuras would be very hard.
Shikuras, he has a good chance of winning on, though. Yeah. That's a good map for Zerg. But right now, the big question is, what is he going to do on Delta Quadrant? That's going to be kind of the pivotal map here for July Zerg.
Definitely.
Because, frankly, that map's weird. If you expand it to your the natural outside your base, you're at risk of a a pretty heavy rush. You expand inside your base. You can get stalkers and blink through there. There's all sorts of stuff that can happen. So I'm really curious. We're going to find out soon exactly what is happening. Now, I wonder if Core Zenith is actually nervous at all. He's playing against one of the most famous figures in pro gaming history of all time. Hopefully he can keep us cool. The countdown has started, so let's get ready for some ZVB action, and let's see if July Zerg can be as good at StarCraft 2 as he was at StarCraft 1. Over here in the red at the top left, we have our Zerg player. You know him if you've followed anything related to StarCraft 1. July Zerg. Over here at the top right, we have a blue Protoss at the top right. Don't know much about this guy, except that he's very good. Made it to the top 64. One of the younger players on the scene.
Yep. He can use all sorts of styles. He plays... Oh, there he is.
Don't interrupt her.
Sorry. He plays a lot in the mornings for whatever reason, so I hit him a lot. Because I commentate at night.
That's what you do. That's all we do is StarCraft 2. And you should too.
Ooh.
Doobie-doop-doo. Protoss is going to get good scouting intel right away.
Yep.
He might be able to prevent July Zerg from planting the hatchery.
And notice it's quite interesting that he is piling on top of his ramp, and he's actually going for the gateway. So we could see all sorts of things. We could see some sort of rush, of course, or we could also see a 3 warp gate expansion. Yeah. Maybe even something a little bit more out there, but I definitely think it's going to be one of those two.
July Zerg, pretty well known for getting early pull and early extractor in StarCraft 1.
Yeah, he loves
going to do it again here in StarCraft 2.
Openings in StarCraft 1.
With speedlings, you can control the intel your opponent's going to get by taking out all the probes and using your overlords to box them in.
And you don't know Zergling Micro until you've seen July Zerg with Zerglings.
Oh, yeah.
Guy is insane with them. He was actually, his nickname in StarCraft 1 was the God of War.
Yeah.
So that goes to tell you, this guy, he was good at fighting battles.
Well, the cybernetic score here, as you guys can see, they set this up, the Protoss players do, so that there's a small hallway so you can defend a rush with just one zealot if a bunch of lings do come.
That's right. Speed being upgraded.
Yep.
Drones go back on the minerals. I love July Zerg's opening. This is how I open my ZVPs. You get that speed first. You're very safe. You can poke. You can scout a little bit. It's good times.
You know, it's interesting because this is very StarCraft 1-esque, and this is very July Zerg style.
Yep.
I mean, he really plays the game by his own terms.
You know, play to your strengths. It's important, especially in an important match like this. July Zerg throwing down that hatchery.
Probe tries to hide back here. He spots it.
Sorry, Probe. Bye-bye.
And this is... Saw a brief glimpse of how good his micro is with the Zerglings. Looks like the Probe's going to turn around and try to get back in here. I don't think he's going to get that far.
No,
especially if he steps on creep.
Oh, and there goes the shields.
And...
Probe World Tour.
Apparently his probe is pretty good. Okay. Meanwhile, back here at the base, warp gates being upgraded, sentry on the way, next gateway. And another probe sent out here. I don't know if you should be doing that.
Yeah.
If he is going to do this, he should have done it sooner because lings with speed are just going to catch, any probe on the map, assuming July Zerg is aware of its presence. I don't know if he is, though. I think he didn't see the probe move under the Overlord back there.
Yep. And we see here, he is making mostly sentries, so this kind of leads us to believe it is going to be a quick expansion, especially with that pylon down there. Oh, no. And July Zerg is going to get full intel. He's going to see what's going on.
How embarrassing.
He's going to see the other sentry pop and be like, oh, this is an expansion build. Normally when you see a bunch of sentries pop out with one Zealot, that just means, okay, he's going to expand. Instead of 3 warp gate, he's going to do it with 2, so it's going to be a little bit quicker than normal. And these speedlings, man, it's going to be hard to catch those with sentries, especially when they're July Zerg. This guy is one of the quickest players in the world. In fact, I want to show the APM right now.
Do it.
Look at that. And it drops just as I turn that on, of course. But it is up pretty high.
Blings are out. They could get up here. They could take out the pylon.
GSL's super aggression is working out. Oh no, those force
Oh,
fields.
he should not have engaged there.
Well, he does. Oh, the sentries live. Well, that worked out really well. Well, the force fields were to trap the Lings, but those sentries definitely could have died. You see a couple of them very low on health. If GSL had targeted a little bit more, could have killed a couple sentries, and that is really, really good for Zerg to down the sentry numbers. That's the scare unit. When the Protoss army loses those, then it becomes a lot weaker.
For the time being, we're waiting to see what GSL is going to tech up to. He is a big fan of using Mutalisks, so we could probably expect to see that.
Yeah, in fact, look at that natural tasteless. He's getting 2 gases already.
Yeah, I bet this is
So-
Mutas play.
That kind of points towards Mutas. And the Spire, where is it? It's going up. There it is.
Aha.
Spire going up, but his opponent kind of gets GSL's style.
Yeah, he
because he is going for the counter right there.
Ooh.
Twilight Council, that will allow him to get Blink Stalkers to combat the Mutas with, and be able to take up to DTs, which kind of help out with map control against Mutalisks, and take up to High Templars. Of course, Size Storm is how you deal with really mass Mutas.
The one thing about Stalkers people don't often acknowledge is how fast they are. They are actually incredibly fast.
They are.
And even faster when you have Blink. They're faster than the majority of air units. So you can actually catch up to something that's retreating pretty easily.
Now we do have a Dark Shrine going up right there. So that's actually a very quick Dark Shrine. There is a possibility. Now, I think he'll definitely try to get aggressive with some DTs. But there's... Ooh, look at this.
So around here, he's going to get
if
these
he
sentries.
loses all these, very nice force fields there. Looks like he will lose a couple of them. But the other 2 will make it out alive. Man, you got to be careful with those. They're so important. But anyways, as I was saying... oh, no. GSL are so aggressive with these Zerglings and taking out more sentries. Very nice, keeping those sentry numbers low as possible. But anyways, I really want to tell you guys about this Dark Shrine. You know, he'll probably get some DTs and try to poke, but there is a possibility. Archons are becoming a little bit more popular right now. They get a nice bonus against biological. They have a lot of hit points, and they can just be pretty good. So, you know, you don't want to turn High Templars into them because they're so gas heavy. The Dark Templars don't cost quite as much gas, so sometimes we see people creating Dark Templars to get Archons.
Here comes the Mutas. That was actually very insightful. You're very smart, Artosis.
Thanks, Stasis.
Mutalisks are coming in there. Doesn't seem like the Protoss is fully prepared.
Yeah, he's not ready for this. This is a very quick Spire.
Nice control with the Mutalisks here.
You know, he sees that Dark Spire, Dark Shrine. Looks like a Spire. And there's just no blink yet, unfortunately.
And he's taken out all these sentries. He's killed so many sentries this game. GSL, really nice micro with the Mutalisks.
Yeah, that's very good play there.
Note, this is actually undefended over here.
So undefended. There's no blink yet still. Or Zenith getting way far behind. GSL's economy quite fine, taking his 3rd base as well.
More Mutalisks are coming out.
You know, let me show you how far ahead GSL just got. It's 59 supply to 86. That is not what you want to see. And here comes the DT. Right as that is done. Sorry, Core
denied.
Zenith.
Sorry, I'm GSL.
Yeah, it's GSL, man. He's a legend. We do have another DT going across the map, but GSL busy attacking into him.
Another DT coming down here towards the expansion. These Mutalisks will probably be chased out. Or not, actually. We'll see. He does just finally decide to back off. It'd be wise for the DT to go for the drones, not the hatchery.
Yep. Wait for the drones to get over there to be as silent as possible.
And GSL notices it right away with an Overseer even over there to spot for him.
Does have 2 Overseers out. Very smart move. A lot of Mutas still being made. Let's take a look at these unit counts. You have 11 Mutas, only 8 Stalkers out. He still has not started to upgrade Blink. So I'm not sure exactly what the plan of Core Zenith is.
Yeah, I guess he just wanted to get TTs, and that was it.
Oh, man.
The amount of damage these Mutalisks have done is actually like quite insane.
I hear a DT.
Yeah, I heard one too.
It's Where is it? It's invisible. We can't see it. Oh, okay. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
They're breaking in, and one is going into the main.
There we go.
Killed the rocks quite quickly, too.
He notices right away.
And over here, we do have the Mutas fighting the Stalkers. Not a great idea.
Stalker's quite good against Mutalisks.
Yeah, we might actually just see a pure Stalker timing attack through the back of the rocks. Look at that, doing some real damage now. Getting 4 drones, getting 5 drones before going down. But as I was saying, he might be saving all his minerals and gas just for Stalkers. Break through those rocks. He's already broken through one set.
Here's another DT.
Go up and hit a timing.
Another DT's over here.
Oh, wow. Suddenly these DTs. I feel bad for July Zerg, man. This is how I actually get eliminated from every GSL. DT's in my base when I have Mutas.
Sad story.
It is. As Liquid Tyler would say, a sad story.
Sad story. All right. Protoss been sitting on 2 base for a while. I'm kind of waiting for this attack to occur.
He's definitely going through those back rocks, Tasteless.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's
just no other thing that would be smart to do here. He's got a ton of units. He's got that +1 attack. He's going on +2. It's his chance to make something happen. Hit that main base. Don't try to attack through the center of the map where the Zerg's going to have forever.
And
do it, man. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. You won't. Do it. You won't.
You know what? I think Jelizer can take on whatever the Protoss has to offer.
He is doing it.
He's doing it.
Called my bluff.
He went into peer pressure. Caved in.
Just like those rocks.
That's right.
Killing a couple Overlords on the way.
You know, it's pretty hard to actually destroy a rock.
Yeah, well, it turns into little rocks and rolls away if you look at the animation on Ultra Graphics. DT scouting ahead a little bit. This is where he wants his 3rd base, it looks like, but I want to see an attack. He needs to hit a nice timing, because Jelizerg is switching over to Roach. He's going to have a lot of units.
Nice job here by Jelizerg. Sniping a few probes, and I think he realizes, oh, this DT's not going to get away.
It's a lot of Roaches. They've got burrow movement by the looks of those spines. Oh man, July's macro is really starting to kick in now. He is way up in supply. Look at that. Red 126, so he is supply capped. He's core zenith. 194 for Jelizerg, and he's just starting to make hatcheries.
Jelizerg is just outclassing this guy, and he's not actually going to go through that back door. Don't know if I agree with that. I think you're right in saying that he should actually attack through the center.
Yep, this is going to be a lot more wide open for our Zerg player, July, to actually do something with all these Roaches, and there's no observer in there, and there's burrow movement, so...
Oh, wow.
We're going to see a bunch of force fields in a minute.
Oh, boy.
Then we're going to see burrow. Movement, there it is.
Oh, he's going to lull all over this kid.
Yeah, man. Giggling all over those stalkers.
GG, yo. GG indeed.
And Jelizer showing us
he's coming
how
back.
easy it can be if you are a StarCraft 1 legend.
Wow. Guys, don't forget to send in some questions. For both these guys, I'm sure we'll probably get a lot more for Jelizer because he's pretty popular. And
he won the first game.
And he did win the first game, but send in questions for both of them, please. So we can do our interview at the very end with the best StarCraft 2 interviewer in the world.
It's like so specific, man.
It's very specific. There's not a lot of them, but you're the best.
Thanks.
You're number one.
Oh.
You.
Oh,
no,
you. Blush. Mm.
We got the next game being created. We actually are short on studio time here, so we might get this started pretty quickly. It's actually 10:41 p.m. I believe this is going to be the longest day of my life.
Long day. Definitely of your life.
Yes. So we're going to get this going in a minute. Delta Quadrant. If there's a map that he can beat him on, beat Jelizer on, this could be the map. This map is very hard. There's a lot of stuff Protoss can do early on to kill the Zerg. The early game is probably the hardest part of this. So, yeah. Do you agree?
I do. You know, that natural is very hard to defend.
Yeah.
The ramp is kind of way out on the side. The natural is very open. It's a hard map for Zerg vs. Protoss.
I'm Tasteless. And he's Artosis. Let's get ready for game number 2 with Jelizer and Core Zenith. It's loading right now. Get ready.